Hello students, so today we will start a basic class on Python, and here we will cover operators, operands, and then comments and statements, and again data types and conversion. Basically we intend to do a quick revision mainly for examination purpose. Now before I start, let me show you that this is the playlist on coding with Python of CBSE keynotes, where you will find various videos related to Python, mainly for classes 6 to 9. Okay, now the first thing is programming building block. Now you know that Python is a very popular programming language, and it's mainly popular for its simplicity, which is one of the reasons. And you see, we will learn this language, and for that we have to first learn about the syntax. And what is that? You see, every programming language has several components that together make the structure and grammar of the language. Okay, and this grammar of the programming language is referred to as syntax, and these various components are the building blocks of the programming language. So what are the building blocks? Mainly we will talk about operators, then data types, then variables, next keywords, and then control statements. Okay, you will already see that I have uploaded a video on control statements. Okay, now the first thing we start is operator and then operands. You see, operators are used to process the data and take decisions. For example, arithmetic operators are used to perform arithmetic operations, but not all operations are arithmetic, right? We also have logical operations, and for that we have logical operators. Okay. And as you can see, there are mainly three types of operators: arithmetic, then comparative operators, and also logical operators. And the values on which operator performs the action is basically called the operand. Say for example, here in 5 plus 3, 5 and 3 are operands, okay? And this addition is the arithmetic operator. Okay, now talking about arithmetic operators, we have this addition, right, which is denoted by this plus sign, and it basically adds two operands, as you can see over here, x plus y plus 2. Next we also have the subtraction operator. See the example, x minus y minus 2. Next, multiplication, which is denoted by star, and it is just written like this, x star y. Okay, now you see, if a string is multiplied with a number, then the string is echoed as many times as the number. You can see my related video in the description list for echoing of strings. Okay, next we have the division operator. Okay, and this is mainly denoted by forward slash. So x divided by y. Now again we have the modulus operator, which is denoted by the percentage sign, which is basically the remainder of the division of left operand by the right. Say for example, here see x modulus y. So this means that this result will give the remainder of x divided by y. Okay, and again we have this double forward slash, which is basically floor division, which means dividing and afterwards rounding to the nearest integer. Okay, and also we have got this double star, 2 stars. 2 stars means exponentiation. This is a standard in Python. Okay, say for example x star y, okay, over here. So this means x to the power y. Fine. Now here you can see some of the examples. See, 5 star 7 which means 5 multiplied by 7, 5 7s are 35. Next 8 minus 12, again minus 4. Next 8 minus 12 into 2, and here the rule that is followed is BEDMAS. First bracket of exponentiation, then division, then multiplication, then addition, and then finally subtraction, BEDMAS. Okay, so here first multiplied is followed, 12 into 2, 24, and then 8 is subtracted, minus 16. Next here also you see the result. See, 5 divided by 2, it's 2.5. Again floor division, 5 by 2, it's 2.5. This decimal part is vanished over here, it's excluded. Then 5 divided by 2, of course the remainder is 1, you know, since 5 is an odd number. Again 5 to the power 2 is 5 into 5, which is 25. See, hello multiplied by 2, so this is basically echoing the string hello 2 times. So the output is hello hello. Okay, now let me talk about comparison operators. You see, comparison operators are used to compare values. Okay, so they return true or false according to the evaluation done. For example, over here 5 is greater than 3. What do you think? This is true. And 8 is less than 2. This is false. So if you just enter 5 is greater than 3, basically you are asking whether this is true or not. And the output will be again either true or false, something like that. Okay. Now what are the various operators here? First is greater than, next less than, then this is equal to, and this one is not equal to, again this one is greater than equal to, and this one is less than equal to. And here you can see the operations just like that. So let me show you some examples. So if you just enter 8 less than 5, so you are asking Python, is 8 less than 5? And the output will be false. Of course you know that. Next, is 8 greater than equal to 8? Of course it's true. Again, is 8 greater than equal to 3? True. Next, if you ask if 8 is greater than equal to 9, it's false. See here also, is 8 equal to 9? False. Is 9 not equal to 9? Of course, 9 is equal to 9, so this is false. Okay, so this is how things are done over here. And remember, the expression of comparison is called a condition. For example, here A is greater than B is basically a condition over here. Next, logical operators. Now, a logical operator helps in evaluating two conditions at a time, and logical operators are used in combination to evaluate multiple conditions. So, see for example, so here you are asking if both are possible or not. So one is x greater than y, and next is a is equal to b. Okay, and here the output will be true only if, since this is an AND, so only output will be true only if both are true. Otherwise the output will be false. Next, in case of OR, which is like this, the output will be true if one of them is true. Next, NOT. Here the output will be true if this one is false. And if this one is true, then output will be false. See for example over here, 8 equal to 9, of course false, and whatever be the case, since there is one false, the output will be false. Next, 8 greater than 5, true. 8 greater than equal to 8, true. Both are true. So true and true is of course true. Next, 8 equal to 9, no, it's false. Next, 9 is not equal to 8, of course it's true. Since one of them is true, so the output is true. Next, 8 not equal to 9, is this true or false? This is false, and not operator makes it true. Okay. Next, 9 is not equal to 8. What is this? No, let me again say, 8 is equal to 9. Is it true? 8 is equal to 9. No, it is false. So the not operator will make it true. Next, 9 is not equal to 8. This is true. So true and true, the answer, the output will be, or answer will be true. Okay. Look carefully. So this one is false, not makes it true. So overall this is true. True and this is also true. So true and true is true. Next, 8 is equal to 9, false. Since one of the statements of AND is false, so the overall output is false. Okay, so this is how things are done. Watch carefully. Next, comments. Now, whenever you are writing a program, this is very important that you write comments, because you might write a program which is being read by some other person who hasn't come in contact with you. So you have to properly explain your program using comments. So this is where this operation is being done, something like that. I am initiating a variable for this reason, which will be used for this purposes and all that. Sometimes such things are very important even for yourself. Suppose you have written a program, a code, and after 6 months you again look into it, and by that time you have already forgotten why you have declared, say, a variable. Okay, so if you write a comment, then even if you see it yourself at a later period of time, then you will be easily able to understand the code, and you will be able to understand why you have previously written it. Okay, fine. Now, comments can be single line as well as multiple lines. Now, single line comments, they start with this hash symbol like this. Okay, so this is a comment. This is the start of a program. So again, print hello in Python. Anything starting with a hash is a comment. Next, multiple comments. So for that we have to use triple quotes at the start or at the end. Here is an example. You can use both single or double quotes for beginning and end, but you have to use it only one type. So you start with single triple quotes, you end with single triple quotes, or you start with three double quotes and you end with 3 double quotes. So that's how you do the comments. Okay, now statements. Now a statement is an instruction that the Python interpreter can execute. Now when you type a statement on the idle, Python executes it and displays the result. Say for example, here if you write num equal to 10, then this is basically a statement. So what is happening here, basically num1 you can say is a variable. This num1 is a memory space in the computer, this num1, and this num1 now stores the value 10 in it. Okay, so this is the meaning. Next, num2 equal to 20. Again, num2 is yet another memory space which is being named num2, this one, num2, and here 20 is being stored, and another statement is add equal to num1 plus num2. So this means that here you are doing a sort of addition, right? Next, data types. Well, a data type in programming is a classification that specifies which type of value the program is going to process. For example, the program can calculate the interest rate on the given amount, is going to process numbers, while a program that stores the names and addresses of the student is going to deal with text or strings. So whether you are going to use numbers or strings, it depends. Okay, so you see, numbers, strings and numbers with decimal places are the major types of data. Okay, 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2 and here 3 mainly. There are even more, but right now we will talk about these 3. So first is integers, which are basically whole numbers consisting of plus or minus sign without the decimal point. See, like 1000, -88 and so on. See for example like this, a equal to 12. So comment, this is a positive integer value. Okay, next float. Float basically represent point numbers. That means these numbers will have decimal point in it. Okay, decimal numbers like this over here, a equal to 12.5. So this is the float value, right? Now if I write 0, 0 can be written both as integer as well as float. In float it will be 0 point, whereas in integer it will be just 0. Okay, next is string, which we have already talked about previously, which is a sequence of characters which may be alphabet, number, operator and punctuation used to store and represent text-based information. Now single quote and double quote are used to represent strings in Python. You see, like this. So name is Rima. So basically here the name is a memory space, okay, variable which stores the string Rima. Okay, again yet another. So you write within double quotes or single quotes. Another example. Fine. Now finally, data conversion. You see, during an arithmetic operation, if required, Python automatically does data conversion known as implicit data type conversion. Say for example here a is equal to 2 into 3.5, and this will result into a float value. Why? Since the data conversion is automatically taken care of by Python. Look into this. Here I have written a is equal to 2 into 3.5. Now 2 is an integer whereas 3.5 is a decimal. But Python automatically converts 2 into what? Decimal. So it becomes 2.0 and does the multiplication. And the result is a decimal number a. Okay. Now for explicit conversion, Python provides a set of built-in data conversion functions. Let's see. Say a is equal to 3.5 and b is equal to 2 into integer a. So here what I am doing is I am converting this 3.5 first into an integer. So this is what is done. Int, this brackets, converts the given float value to integer. So the value 3.5 of the variable a will be converted to 3, right? And you will get how much is stored in b. So inside b, 2 into 3, which is equal to 6. So 6 will be stored inside b. Okay. Next you see, if I write like this, x is equal to within double quotes 3. So what does this mean? This means this is a string. This is not a number anymore. Okay. And then I write y is equal to 5 plus integer x. Then in this case int will convert this string into its numerical equivalent integer 3. Okay. So this integer can convert your decimal to integer as well as it can convert even string to integer. Okay. Next, float. You see float converts the given value to integer. What do you think? Now this is not correct. It's printing mistake over here. The float actually converts to decimal value. So the value of 3 of the variable a, if I use float, it will be converted to 3.0 and the variable b will be stored as 6.0. See for example here a is 3 and if I write b is equal to 2 into float a. So first a will be converted to a, which is 3, will be converted to integer decimal. So it will be 3.0 and inside b will be stored 2 into 3.0, which is 6.0. Okay. See yet another example. A is equal to 62 and b is equal to STRA. Now what is this STRA? Where STRA converts the given value to string. Now here the integer value 62 of the variable a will be converted to string type 62. Okay, the 62 is an integer. It will be converted to a string using this string conversion. Okay, now let me show you the example. Now here you can see the first example. I have written a is equal to 3. Now see, this is an integer. Next, b is equal to float of a. So when I am doing this, then inside the variable b is stored the decimal value of a. So 3 becomes 3.0 in this step. And so if I write the output C, it becomes 3.0. So this is basically conversion from integer to decimal number. Next, here a is equal to 4.0, which is decimal, and if I write INTA, okay, then inside b will be stored the integer value. Okay, so see here basically the conversion is from decimal to integer. See, b is equal to 4, which is an integer. Next, if I write a is equal to 5, which is an integer, and if I use str command, then this becomes a string. How do you know that? See, this is the output. So within the single quotes, so this is a string. And if the output is something like this 4 without any single quote, then this is a number. Okay, that's the idea. So this is a number and this is a string. So here the conversion is from integer to string. And finally here also a is equal to 6.0, which is decimal, and again I am using the str command. So here the conversion is from decimal to string. Okay, see, within single quotes. So we have seen the examples of this 4 commands over here. What were the commands? First is float, next int, and then str. So 3 important commands we have learned.